Welcome to Murrow News 8. Jacory Buchanan, the shooter at an Apple Cup party in Pullman, has been sentenced. Find out for how long, up next.
And students react to another tuition increase coming up on Murrow News 8.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Good afternoon, I'm Cassidy Collins.
And I'm Cooper Morgan. Welcome to Murrow News 8. The case against Jacory Buchanan, who was accused of shooting a Washington State University football player in September, has been resolved with a plea deal. Buchanan pled guilty to third-degree assault Friday in Colfax's Whitman County Superior Court. Jacory will be released from jail on Saturday after being sentenced to 90 days in jail and having 30 days taken off on top of that.
Keeping up with Pullman news, Washington State University approved a 3.3% tuition increase. This means they have increased by at least 2% 6 of the past 7 years. We talked to students on how they feel about another hike.
I don't love that I would have to pay extra money if I were going to be here another year.
I think it's unfortunate, especially for newer students who have to pay an additional money that might be kind of hard to find.
Whooping cough is going around again, with 5 WSU students being diagnosed over the weekend.
First and foremost, I'm really scared. And second of all, I hope I don't get it.
Well, I had a friend get it a couple years ago, and then we hung out, and then I didn't get it. So I feel like I have a pretty good immune system, but I am still afraid.
The highly contagious virus is respiratory and travels through the air, but it's mainly seen in group living situations. WSU and Whitman County Health sent out an email asking those who may feel like symptoms like coughing or even a runny and sore throat to think about their Thanksgiving travel plans more carefully so as not to spread the virus.
Speaking of Thanksgiving, millions of Americans who rely on food assistance are expected to be removed from the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program in the coming months. This is the state's move to comply with tightened federal rules.
For people in Pullman specifically, the Pullman Fire Department is holding their annual Christmas food, toy, and clothing drive. The department is accepting items like arts and crafts supplies, blankets, bedding, books, non-perishable food, hygiene items, toys, games, and winter clothing. They say every contribution, big or small, makes a difference.
Speaking of our broader police region, fire crews are on a scene at a house fire that started Monday morning near the intersection of C and Washington Streets in Moscow. Traffic was closed in the area, but it's open now. Our reporter Peyton Yeager was able to get there. Peyton, what do you see?
Thanks, Cassidy. Yeah, not a whole lot, which speaks to the efforts of fire crews who showed up at 9:15 this morning, according to neighbors. As you can see behind me, responders cut a hole in the roof to vent for smoke. Speaking with neighbors at the apartment complex right next door, they say the fire, which smelled like an electrical fire, caused the evacuation of the entire complex. Friends of the homeowners say that while no one is injured, a pet at the location is now missing. This is Peyton Yeager reporting in Moscow, Murrow News 8.
Thanks, Peyton. Over the weekend, a little under 2,000 people in Whitman County experienced power outages. The outage was reported at 7:30 p.m. Saturday evening and was back on only 3 hours after the first report. The cause of the outage is under investigation.
Thanksgiving break is right around the corner, meaning a lot of you will be driving over the Snoqualmie Pass. If you're going home extra early, the start of this week will be mostly sunny, other than a 20% chance of snow on Tuesday. By the end of the week, the rain will definitely pick up with a 50% chance throughout the day. As long as a bit of rain doesn't scare you, the drive home will be snow-free and a safe one. A midnight show in the sky tonight. How can you see it?
And the weather this week is feeling a little like we're stuck in the movie Twilight. Kyle will give you the update after the break.
Never saw it coming. Her knife in the dark. I thought I could trust you, but I know now you're not there. Oh, I know now you're not there anymore.
You are not alone. If you or a friend are struggling, call the hotline provided below.
Wish upon a shooting star tonight during the Lenoid meteor shower. This is an annual astronomical event and is active from November 3rd to December 3rd, but peaks overnight from November 16th to the 17th. This meteor shower is a result of debris from the comet 55P/Tempel-Tuttle. According to NASA, the best viewing times will be between midnight and sunrise. A meteor shower, how exciting. Cooper, what are you going to be wishing for?
Oh, that's easy. I'm wishing for the snow to kind of keep off, and I'm more of a summer guy, so. But Kyle, what can we expect?
But I can grant that wish. We will not be seeing any snow for a minute. Today we're going to have a high of 54 and a 38 and a low of 38, and it's going to be a little on again, off again, rainy. Tomorrow is probably the coldest we're going to see for a while, with a high of 44 and a low of 32. Not a lot of rain though, just very gloomy, cold, chilly weather. If we can get our statewide, it's a lot of the same weather. Olympia and Seattle, I feel like, are probably the most different with it being rainy over there, but everywhere else, it's just a lot of like partly cloudy, kind of like gloomy type weather in the 50s. And then if we can get a 5-day forecast, Tuesday, like I said, it's going to be partly cloudy, chilly. Wednesday and Thursday, we're actually going to get a little bit of sun, which will be kind of nice, a little change up. But then Saturday, we're going right back to Gloom City. But I will give it back to you guys at the desk.
Twilight with those clouds. Thanks, Kaya. WSU football got an important win for bowl game implications. Find out what students think about WSU's chances coming up.
A popular Seattle Mariner may have been re-signed. Find out who after the break.
Hello, I am Jet Hatch. Welcome to Murrow News 8 Sports. Washington State delivered another dominant defensive performance to power past Louisiana Tech 28-3 Saturday night at Gisa Field. With the win, the Cougars improved to 5-5 while extending a remarkable defensive trend. This marks their 5th game this season, holding an opponent to 10 points or fewer. The Cougs also held the Bulldogs to 167 total yards. The Cougars are next in action Saturday, November 22nd, when they travel to Harrisonburg, Virginia to face James Madison University on ESPN+. The game will be at 10 a.m. Pacific time Saturday morning. WSU is 1 game away from becoming bowl eligible. Here's what a student in Pullman had to say.
I think it's a long road ahead for the football team. Obviously, no more easy wins from here on out. We're looking at 2 games that are easily winnable for us if we really try our hardest. And so I think it'll be really interesting to see how that turns out and if we can get a bowl game from that.
Moving to basketball, the Washington State men's basketball team lost 81-69 to Washington Huskies Friday night at Beasley Coliseum in the 301st all-time meeting between the programs. Emily Yalaho scored a career-high 15 points, and freshman Ace Glass scored 12 points. Emmanuel Ugbo also added 11 points and 7 rebounds. The Cougs take on Southern Utah on Wednesday before heading out to the Hawaiian Islands for the Maui Invitational. Here's what David Riley had to say about his team's performance Friday night.
Yeah, it was another tough pill to swallow where we had a pretty good shot at it. In the second half, we did some really good things that I thought were clearly there at the first half as well, and we just got to make sure that we're not shooting ourselves in the foot as much as we did. Like, I think every game we've learned some very, very obvious lessons. We can go down the list, but this one is you can't be yourself when you're playing a good team like that.
Sticking with basketball, but moving to our women, they held their own against one of the nation's top teams Saturday, Stanford, Friday night. They went toe-to-toe with the Cardinal girls for 4 quarters before falling 54-46 at Beasley Coliseum. The women have a challenge ahead facing Oregon at home on Wednesday at 4 p.m. with the game broadcasting live on ESPN+. WSU volleyball swept Seattle U at home on Saturday afternoon through 3 straight sets. Taryn Vreeling and Lucy Blaskova combined 21 kills through the afternoon, and the team totaled 8 blocks. The Cougs take on Portland at home on Thursday at 7 p.m. before they head down to St. Mary's on Saturday afternoon. Emily Lundgren and WSU Swimming are headed to the Hawkeye Invitational in Iowa starting tomorrow. It's a 4-day meet with 9 total teams attending. Coach Russell Whitaker talked about the importance of Lundgren and leading by example.
I mean, obviously the accolades that she's built up, being an All-American, hitting that 50th individual career win, but especially just, again, how she's a leader for the rest of the locker room, for the rest of the women on this team as well. And so
he also says the 200 medley relay will be a big focus for this meet, especially as the team is preparing for the NCAA tourney. Big news out of Seattle, Josh Naylor is staying with the Mariners. Seattle confirmed Naylor is signing a 5-year deal, keeping him with the team through 2030. The details in terms of money haven't come out yet. He was an instrumental part in the Mariners' deep run into October, hitting 3 home runs and hitting .417 in the ALCS.
For that sports block, Jet, Doritos and Cheetos are going to be adding a new type of chip in December. Find out what the type is coming up. Doritos and Cheetos will be releasing a new version of their chips called Simply Naked. This means that they have no artificial flavors or dyes. The original versions of the chips will still be up for sale. Which version would you all get?
I'm a huge Cheeto girl. I love hot Cheetos. Like, isn't that a whole thing? Like, girls love to eat hot chip and lie. So I'm not a liar, but I do like hot chip.
Absolutely. I really don't think the dye is a huge problem for me. I actually did a story on red dye number 2 and it was banned last year. And initially the food scientists found no correlation between the red dye and cancers in humans. So I feel like it's not a huge issue and I might still continue to be eating the chips with the dye. That being said, I think I like the jalapeno Cheetos. They're really good, cheesy, not too much spice.
Yeah, I would say, like, I don't really care about the dyes at all. Like, I will eat Doritos, nacho cheese, and drink Mountain Dew at the same time, you know? So, I don't, yeah. But.
I'm kind of worried for you. I feel like you might be a little bit
My
radioactive.
intestines are just boiling. You know?
Turning into the Hulk or something
Yeah.
with the gamma rays. I'm not really sure. Thank you so much for tuning in to Murrow News 8. We're so thrilled to have you on tonight. Have a good night and good luck.